what we need to do here now is we need to listen to this 911 call because I have not listened to it. Well, I'm lying. I listened to about 15, 20 seconds, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold off. We're going to do this on the stream.
911, what are you reporting?
I need officers to my house now. My husband is drunk and belligerent. He's threatening to kill himself.
Stop. What's the address? Are there any weapons? Stop.
What? Like, why is the dispatcher like condescendingly telling the person who's calling 911 to stop, like she's like it's an annoying little kid? Like, come on, be professional. What is your problem, lady?
No, there's no gun. I'm saying there are no weapons, ma'am. There are no weapons.
You need to stop interrupting me so I can get the information I need to get officers expedited.
I need officers here now.
What's he doing that you think he's going to harm himself?
He's being aggressive. He has sent.
Okay, she needs to gain control to get help, but you're not. Look, you saw what just happened there. Because she was being overly, I don't know, stimulated in her response. They started to talk over each other because she would start talking, telling her to stop. Then she stops. And then she starts talking and asking her question. Then she starts answering it in a panic. I mean, she is in an emergency situation here. And you have the dispatcher continuing to tell her to stop talking over her. Like, what? Why don't you, as the dispatcher, when you hear the person who is calling with an emergency, if it is getting frantic, let her speak and start getting the information right there. Just let her go so she can tell you what's happening right there, right now. And you ask her questions at the end of each of those sentences. Like, what?
Text message. I took the officers here now.
What's he doing that you think he's going to harm himself?
He's being aggressive. He has sent text message. I took the keys out. They're in your car. He's trying to leave now in the house. He's being aggressive. He's wrestling with my uncle. He's threatening to kill himself. He has sent text message to people saying he's going to hang himself.
Whoa.
He's saying that if the police show up, so please don't shoot is what I'm asking.
Okay, wait. Say that again.
He has no weapons.
He says if the police show up,
he said if the police show up, that he'll try to fight them. So they need to understand that he is.
Okay. Has it been physical with anybody there? You said he's trying to fight your uncle?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Whoa. So he's talking about killing himself? Talking about self-harm? Holy shit. Talking about hanging himself? Texting people? Uh-oh. All right, let's continue.
Yeah.
How has it been physical?
He just tried to fight him.
Okay, trying to fight somebody and actually being
yes,
physical
is
two different things. How has it been physical?
He's pulling. It's a 2016 black Mercedes. Richard, please stop. Richard, please stop. Please stop.
Is that a sedan, SUV?
It's just a black sedan Mercedes SUV.
Okay.
He's not going to be able to get out the gate. I cut it off.
What do you mean you cut it off?
I cut the gate. We live behind it. It's Richard Sherman. Like, ma'am, this is like a emergency. I need officers here
listen
now.
To me. I'm handling this. You need to stop telling me.
Wow. What is wrong with this dispatcher? Why is she like, okay, take control, but you're starting to act like you don't have no composure yourself. So how is she supposed to act? Like, this is a terrible job. It's a terrible job as a, I ain't no dispatcher. I can't, tell you what it's like to be a dispatcher, but communication is a two-way street. If you can't, when you escalate your emotions, whoever you're talking to is going to escalate their emotions. And she's sitting here talking and not berating, but like being a dick to Richard Sherman's wife. I'm assuming that's her. Like, she's being panicky, and then Richard Sherman's wife is getting more panicky. Like, you're not. This is not what you were trained. How you were trained to act. I mean, she doesn't seem like she's like even remotely interested in actually getting information and doing her job. She's interested in interrupting and talking down to somebody else on the phone. Like, man, look, she's gonna cost somebody their fucking life sooner rather than later, I'm sure. Jeez Louise.
that.
Okay, but what I
Talking to me is not going to slow help down. Talking to me is not going to slow help down.
Okay, well, what I needed to know is that he
What's
was
your
left.
name?
My name is Ashley Sherman.
Do you know what his date of birth is?
3/30/88.
Okay, just slow down so I can understand you. What's the date of birth?
March 30th, 1988.
That was weird in that I don't think I've ever heard a 911 call. And, you know, I watch a lot of like true crime, like JCS, watch a lot of their videos on criminal psychology, and you hear all these 911 calls, and the dispatcher is always the same. It sounds like it's the same dispatcher, whether it's a woman or a man. It sounds like the same dispatcher in every call because they're calm, they're collected, they're asking for immediate, direct information right then and there. You know, even when people are screaming, even when people are panicking, even when some people on the calls actually get, you know, deceased, they get deaded while they're on the phone. Like, they're calm. Ask them, ma'am, tell me where you are. Is this where you're going? Is this where you are? Do you see anything around you? Can you give me any kind of landmarks? Like, they're methodical. They're methodical and they're monotone. Like, they don't raise their voice up and down. They stay in one particular area. And this woman, she was just on her ass as soon as she said something. And I mean, what, you think this woman's just sitting there hanging out, calling 911, and there's not really anything big going on? Y'all just conversing where you feel like she's over talking you? It's crazy. Like, you have to have a level of consistent composure so that you don't get into a rut and you start, because I mean, hell, I'm sitting here listening to it and I'm starting to get a little panicky, like, goddamn, come on. Like, that's awkward. I don't think I've heard anything like that before as far as 911 dispatcher goes. Somebody needs to have a talk with that lady, because definitely not, in my opinion, not the way you're supposed to handle those kind of situations at all. I mean, and I'm not a professional in that by any means. I'm just saying from what I've heard and what I've come to expect listening to a bunch of 911 calls, that's not how they act. So weird. But also, you know, we got some insight into this situation as a whole. And I think that was very important to hear it, at least, because something's got to be going on with Richard Sherman on a mental level. I think that's clear. I mean, he was drunk, clearly. That was the first thing that I heard his wife say, is that he was drunk and he was talking about self-harm. And that's like a broken record for footballers to hear about, for guys who play ball. Donovan Darius, this happened a year or so ago. Donovan Darius, longtime Jaguars safety, legendary player for the team, one of the top 25 Jaguars of all time. Donovan Darius was, pulled over by the police about a year and a half ago, and he was in a completely delusional state from trying to overdose on pain medications. And said he was trying to commit suicide. Like, this was not, these are things that are not uncommon with athletes, especially football players. And that goes back to situations potentially, this is just me speaking out, this is just me thinking out loud, that goes back to situations where players are dealing with potential symptoms from CTE. Now, Richard Sherman was a cornerback, so I'm not, of course he still had plenty of contact and tackles and playing defense. So it makes you wonder whether or not he was dealing with an episode there that can be contributed to CTE. I mean, that's one of the first things that comes to my mind. Maybe bipolar, bipolar disorder or of some sort. I mean, because he did take the car, crash it into a concrete barrier, and then, park it on the side of the road, walk to his in-laws' house, and tried to break into it. And he was at such a state that the police had to use a canine to subdue him. This ain't no rookie rodeo. This is some serious shit.